Hello, and welcome to reading 37. And we're going to be continuing today with Genesis chapter 35. And just welcoming anyone who's joining. We'll go to the webpage now. And as you can see, we're on kingsjamesbibleonline.org. And we're in Genesis chapter 35. Verse 1. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Arise, go out to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau, thy brother. And Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, Put away the strange lords that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. And let us arise, and go to Bethel, and I will make thee an altar unto the Lord, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange lords which were in their hands, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under an oak which was by Shechem. And they journeyed, and the terror of the Lord was upon the cities that were around them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. And Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, and he and all the people were with him. And he built there an altar and called the place Bethel, because there the Lord appeared unto him, and he fled from the face of his brother. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak. And the name of it was called Elam-ba-shush. And the Lord appeared unto Jacob again, when he came out of Padan Aram, and blessed him. And the Lord said unto him, Thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he named his name, and he called his name Israel. And the Lord said unto him, I am the Lord Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And the Lord went from him in the place where he had talked with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where the Lord spake to him, Bethel. And he journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath, and Rachel traveled, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have his son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but the father called him Benjamin. Rachel died and was buried in the way to En-Tharap, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave, that is the pillar of Rachel's grave until this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent upon the tower of Edar. It came to pass, when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard of it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. And the sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. And these sons, Bilhah, Rachel's handmaiden, Dan, and Nephtali. And the sons of Zipha, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher, they are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Paddan Aram. And Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Marine, unto the city of Abrah, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180 years. And Isaac gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days, and his son Esau and Jacob buried him. Okay, so that chapter kind of is one of these chapters that wanders around a little bit. Starts out, you think it's going to be about one thing and ends up being about something else. But basically, it's another one of these documents that tracks the births and deaths and sort of genealogy. Let's go back to the website just for a moment and pick up a little bit of tidbits. In the first verse, as usual, it identifies who this is about. So it's about Jacob. And Jacob is commanded by the Lord to go and to go to Bethel. So, but he doesn't go alone. He sort of gets his whole household. And there's a part in here where I guess they had idols. And he tells them to put away their strange lords, to be clean, and to change the garments. And they get rid of all their jewelry, earrings, and so on. And then in verse 5, you see they journeyed. But it says here that the terror of the Lord was upon the cities and that were around them. So, and then it says, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So it seems like there was some turmoil, but they were left alone. Then it goes into a whole section about Jacob, and he's in the land of Canaan. And this is where he builds his altar. And in verse 8, it talks about Deborah, Rebekah's nurse. She dies and is buried in Bethel beneath an oak tree. Okay, so here's a little bit important part. Verse 10, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And so now Jacob is Israel. And he is promised by the Lord to do well, and all of his offspring will do well. Okay, so then there's this whole section talking about different people, talking about Rachel, and basically all of the people that were involved with Jacob. And then it comes down to the very end where it says that his father Isaac passes. And it's kind of an end of a whole section, because now that Isaac is gone, it's just Jacob, who's now called Israel. Okay, so that's pretty much it for chapter 35. We will swing on to chapter 36 tomorrow, and hopefully you'll be able to join. So have a great day.